Okay, we are back. Today I'd like to continue our series of Vulnhub. We will continue the Kioptrix series, the level. Today would be level 4. I will put the link into the description section below so that you can download this virtual machine. Before we begin today's video, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel. I do appreciate your help and support. So now let's just get started. To save time, I have already imported this virtual machine into the VMware workstation. So now we can go into the Kali Linux. As you can see, I have already identified the IP address, and also I did the nmap scanning. I did the, as you can see from the command, I did the scene scan, the version scan, the default script scan, and also the comprehensive scan by the option of -p-. So from the nmap scanning results, as you can see, the four open ports. The first one is 22, which is running SSH service, and also the actual version information. Of course, as we know, this version doesn't have any vulnerability. And the second one is 80, which is running HTTP service, and also the actual version information, which is Apache 2. And the next two open ports are used by the Samba service. And as we know, also I mentioned in the other videos, if the virtual machine has some file sharing related service like FTP, like Samba, some sorts of service, usually I will target such a service first. Okay, so now we can use the SMB client. Put the IP address, not IP address, the password of the Kali Linux. As you can see, this doesn't give us some useful information anyway. And also we can use the enum utility to enumerate more information, especially the username and the password. Or not a password, sorry, excuse me again. As you can see, we have already identified some usernames, enumerating users using SID, and log on a blank username and password. The username would be Long Ferret and John and the robot. But of course, in some case, we can use this information or username and then use the Hydra to crack the password for this username. But in this machine, we will not do that. Now I think it's time we turn over to the HTTP service or 80 port. So now let's open up our browser. And type in the IP address. Again, this would be very similar to other virtual machine in the Kioptrix series, and the member login. And also we can try like weak password like admin and login, but failed. Try again, and we can try some login bypass techniques like admin and the password any, but failed to bypass the login authentication. Also, you can try the similar or same technique for the password field. And although yes, we can try like admin single quote and the password. Yeah, as you can see, we can bypass the login, but although we have already logged in as admin, but we didn't get any functions or information. Okay, so maybe, and then we can use the Ligator or GoBuster to do some directory enumeration. But although such a tool can give us some results like John, like a robot, but from the perspective of penetration, such information is useless. So I don't want to do now. I just skip this part, but you can do by yourself. And now I think I'm so strongly suspicious the login page exists the SQL injection vulnerability, because just now after our testing the password field, we can use such vulnerability to bypass the login authentication. So I think now we need to use the SQL map to enumerate or dump more information from database. Okay, and how to do that? This would be very easy. We can use the Foxy proxy and set the proxy to the Burp Suite, and then we can go to launch the Burp Suite 2, and next, and then we can set the proxy option to be on, and then we can intercept the request login. Yeah, the Burp Suite has already intercepted this request, and we can copy this request to a file. We can limit as uk.txt and save, and then we can use the SQL map level. Yeah, because I have already done it earlier, so the SQL map has some cache. We will not go through this process. But anyway, from the SQL map, we can know this login exists. The SQL vulnerability injection. SQL injection vulnerability, sorry, and then we can enumerate like database name, and as you can see, available databases, the 3 in total, and I think we are only interested in the members, the second one, and we can specify the database as members, and then we want to know how many tables in this database members. Yeah, as you can see, there is just one table inside this database member, and then we can specify the table as members, and this time we can get the how many columns for this table. As you can see, there's three columns, and we are just interested in the password and the username field, and we can dump because the ID information is doesn't make sense to us, and we can username and then dump. As you can see, we have already dumped the Robert and the username John and its corresponding password. And I think now we can log in and log into the virtual machine via SSH. And if you do not specify this option, you will get the error. I just remove this one. John, as you can see, unable to negotiate with the virtual machine on port 22. No matching host key type found. They offer SSH ISA, SSH DSS. So to make a successful collection, we need to specify the key type, and this time it should be working, and we can paste the password. Yeah, as you can see, we successfully log in to the virtual machine, but we cannot run any command, just the list command. We cannot get to run like a cat command. So I think we need to escape the restrict shell. And for example, we can use when we log in by SSH, we can use the option of -t and specify like bin shell. And sometimes this can escape from the restrict shell. But this time I like to use the Echo OS system. As you can see, now we have already changed from the restrict shell to the normal bash shell, and we can run any command. And also we can I think also and now next, what we are going to do next is to elevate our privilege, right, to the root user. Usually the first step or the first thing we need to check is sudo list, and this will be very easy. From the result we can run any command without supplying the password of root. For example, we can run the sudo bin bash. As you can see, now we have already become the root user. We can go to the root directory, and then we can get the root flag here. Okay, so that's all I'd like to go through this virtual machine. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye.